Welcome back, dear ladies and gentlemen. This is, of course, your beloved host, Light Liger here. And today we're gonna be once again talking about that shiny, shiny gold. And as you know, what is going around the world right now has led into many governments, such as the United States, to print more fiat currencies, such as the United States dollar. And when this happens, basically as you bring more dollars into the max supply, this means that the purchasing power of the dollar will go down, and so will the euro, the yuan, and the yen as they are printed out more. And this means that maybe before you could buy that can of soda for $1, but because of the purchasing power is going down, that means that that can of soda will be priced at $1.01, for example. So when you print out more currency, the currency becomes less valuable, but that usually correlates positively to gold. As you can see the chart right now here, as more and more fiat has been supplied to the markets over the years, the price of gold has also gone up, especially during the crisis periods such as like this. And this is not the high ceiling of gold. I can see gold going much more further as time goes on. And that is why you want to have a portion of your portfolio in gold. However, acquiring gold physically or to an ETF might be kind of troublesome for some people. There might be restrictions for certain people in certain countries. Certain countries may not have gold at all. Certain countries maybe have certain minimum bought amounts that you have to maybe invest $100 minimum to buy gold. And that's where these cryptocurrencies, which are backed by gold, called gold stablecoins, usually they're backed by one token represents 1 ounce or 1 gram of gold. And we're going to be going through 6 different options in this video, how to buy basically digital gold without going through giving your information or identity or, using your bank account or whatever restrictions you may have in your country. This is a very cheap way and fast way to acquire gold, and you can also trade it really fast away in case you want to get rid of it and exchange it into other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin or the other stable coins which are backed by the dollar or the euro or something else. And obviously, there are a lot of people probably watching this video who don't know anything about cryptocurrencies and don't know exactly how to acquire them. I recommend joining my Discord or Telegram channels. There I can help you more understanding how to do things, and you can ask questions regarding these things. But let's get started with the first stable coin, and that is Pax Gold, which is set up into the price by 1 gram of gold. So one Pax Gold, which is called Pax G, that is the ticker, is valued at $2,071 as of right now. And the thing about these gold Pax stable coins, they can be actually valued higher than on other exchanges because this form of currency is valuable because in certain where you hold your golds, they may have a fee attached to that. Like maybe you pay like a $50 to hold your gold in a safe per year or something like that. There's no fees with that in cryptocurrency. So everything by holding this gold is absolutely feeless. Only where you're going to be paying is actually the transaction fee when you're trading it or buying it. If it's on a decentralized exchange, on a centralized exchange, it might be even less than that. So we are talking about $1 or something. And in this site also, the cool thing is that I can actually track what gold that I have. So I recently bought Pax Gold myself, and I'm going to be pasting my Ethereum address. That's where my Pax Gold is right now. And we can see the allocation report here. So it's on Switzerland right now. This is the bar serial number, and this is the amount of Oz, or that is the ounce of gold I own right now. And that is the cool thing about cryptocurrencies and gold stable coins, is that I can own 0.00001 ounce basically of that gold. So I don't have that. I don't have to buy $100 worth. I don't have to pay $10 worth. I can buy $1 worth of gold right now in cryptocurrency. And that is a very, very cool thing. And here it shows the fine white, the finesse. I don't obviously know. I'm not come from a gold background, so I don't know all of these statistics, what they exactly mean, the weight and all of this. And they have a nice video here also explaining 1 Pax G equals 1 ounce of gold. Really good for new beginners who are don't know much about cryptocurrencies and are looking into maybe buying some digital form of gold as well due to the restrictions in their country or in their region. And obviously, like, the gold people and precious metal people need to work with crypto. That's where the future is. We coming together, fight against fiat. That's where the battle is. And there are some people in gold who have been very anti-Bitcoin, Peter Schiff and all of those people. But you have to understand that the future is working together. And this is the way to go in the future. And that's where the trading is going to be happening on the blockchain for gold. And that's probably going to be helping gold actually a lot in the future because we can verify a lot of things. And the Pax G is regulated by the New York State Department of Financial Services. That has been audited, and there's also a bit of a chart here on the minimum purchase. Here it says $15, but when you buy it from an exchange, there's no minimum for that. So this is not actually the minimum purchase. Here's the custody fees we talked about earlier with major gold ETFs and retail, physical, LBM, and all of these things, and the settlements and all of this. You can see the benefits here already. And it's just, there's a lot of people working with them. Bullion, I believe, is a big, I don't obviously know all of these cold companies, and there's a lot of crypto companies here, which I know, which are working with Pax G. And Swissborg is where I actually bought my Pax Gold. And you can read more about it. Pax Gold is probably one of the better options you can go with right now. In terms of buying the most secure way of gold right now. You can also earn interest for your Pax Gold in 2 different places. Crypto.com, which gives you 2% returns, and Inlock, which gives 1.82% interest return for your gold if you deposit there. But obviously, that is a centralized system. I guess you were probably already using that with a physical gold holder, so I guess it doesn't really matter here if you're switching from there. And these are the rates you're going to be getting for your Pax Gold. They're kind of good, I would say. There are a couple of other ones which we're going to be looking in a second, which are going to be giving you higher rates. Next up, we have Tether's Gold, and this one works pretty much similarly. It's also backed up. Tether maybe not as a company as trusted as Pax Gold because people are really considering what exactly and where exactly and what is exactly backing Tether. And there's a lot of legal hustles. I don't know if that extends to Tether Gold, but if I would have to choose between Tether Gold or Pax Gold, I would go with Pax Gold. But this is another option you want to go by. And also the thing is, with Tether Gold, you can earn 4.41% interest on Celsius network, which I use for my Bitcoin and Ethereum. I have many coins there already. I'm gonna leave my link below, and which is, by the way, insured. Celsius is insured company. So if you want a higher APR for your gold, Tether Gold is gonna give you the best one. But that's up to you. Do you want to buy Tether Gold or not? Then we have Goldmint. I had a video about this, so I won't go too much into details explaining the ins and outs about the Goldmint system, but in short, they have their exchange inbuilt in their system, which requires KYC, which means know your customer. So you have to provide some passports or identity cards and verify your identity with the service. And then you can buy one of their tokens, MNTP, which you can, which accumulates you gold. So every time gold is traded on their exchange, you will be getting gold into your wallet. Here you can see I have 200 MNT, and I have 23 cents of gold I have accumulated so far. Obviously, this sum is very small. And this requires a lot of technical details, so I'm not really recommending it for beginners. There are certain benefits to Goldmint because it's operating on Singapore, which is the most, and to my understanding, the best place to hold gold. And there are obviously, you accrue that interest by holding gold, and in their platform you can straightly transfer that gold into Tether, which is the US stablecoin. So it's exchanging it straight to dollars, so to speak. Then we have the digital gold token, another one. This one is pegged into 1 gram of gold instead of 1 ounce. And this one is also nice. I think they are, let's see actually where it was on audits. The audits can be also verified. They are on Singapore, and there has been a vault certificate for it, circulation, how many tokens, and the market cap. What you have to understand about the gold, digital gold, and Goldmint, they are a bit smaller in terms of their market cap, so you just can't come in and buy 2 million worth of tokens or gold because they don't have that much. So when it comes to Paxos Gold and Tether Gold, they are the biggest ones out there. But let's move on. But Tether Gold is also kind of like digital gold, is coming up, and it's a Swiss company. So if you trust the Swiss instead of the Americans, that's also a nice way to go through. Then we have a universal protocol, which has the Australian code, which is called uphold. And this one works through uphold, which allows you to earn interest. I believe the percentage on this one is 4%. And the uphold system, and this is the Australian government-backed gold, Perth gold or something like that, I think it's called. And this is also very secure because Uphold has Encred, which is the system that you're going to be using, is basically backed. Let's see, we can earn here. We go into the actual my page, and here we should be somewhere seeing the actual. I can't find it right now, but basically it was around 4% interest you're going to be getting on this gold, and it's another one that is kind of like highly secure option. Maybe Australian gold is much more trusted than the American one, given that the history of America and gold in general. And they also have other stable coins such as Euro and Bitcoin and US dollar, and it's another good option. Uphold also requires you to do KYC, just so you know, so there's a bit of a process behind it, but that's also a good option. And the last one we have here is DYOR, and basically this is also put into 1 gram of gold. This has been around for a bit longer time in the space, and it also allows you to buy straight up from their website, which requires KYC, but with all of Ethereum-based tokens, you can always buy them from a decentralized exchange, which requires no identity verification. All you need to have Ethereum, and then you trade it into gold, stable coins, so it's very easy. And this was also, I think, based on Singapore, I believe. And as you can see, here's again a chart about these things. And some of these can be redeemed straightly back into physical gold, such as GTX. You want to do research on your own. If that is important to you to redeem it into physical gold, then I recommend you doing your own digging on these projects and see which one is the best for you. Pax Gold, I think, is ultimately the best option for this. And by the way, this is not a sponsored review or anything like that, but I remember that Pax Gold is allowing you to redeem it back to actual physical gold. Where was it again? I think it's somewhere. I think it's somewhere stated, but at least some of them are, exchangeable back into the gold. Some are just backed by gold. But, this is pretty much the rundown. As I said, gold is another asset you want to hold among your crypto portfolio. It's pretty easy to acquire if you already use decentralized exchanges or centralized exchanges already. Most of these can be found on multiple exchanges already, especially Pax Gold and Tether Gold, which are the more popular ones, and DGX-DAO. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below, or you can join my Telegram and Discord channels, and I can assist you to basically, if you are new to crypto, how to basically buy this thing. I also try to look into like cryptocurrencies backed by silver or other precious metals, but I really didn't find really anything that would have been legit enough for me to recommend them. And the ones that I have in this video are legit, okay, to an extent. And there are a lot of other gold-backed stablecoins out there which are a lot more kind of shady, which don't really have the audits and don't have the volume. So, and you want to buy in, or I don't really have the markets either. So you kind of want to go with Paxos Gold or Tether Gold or DGX DAO or Universal Protocol if you want to be really sure about the legitimacy and, you know, the legal work behind buying this stuff. But I'm not going to blabber any longer. You can find the exchange links below and the websites. I will see you guys on the next video. Cheers.